I forgot what we're talking
Loggy
about.
Bottom.
Loggy Bottom? Okay. No, we're going to keep going with this because they just helped me. I've forgotten which story was up, but it's Loggy Bottom. It's actually the Loggy Bottom civilization, the oldest civilization here in Louisiana. A lot of archaeology and paleontology and all them big words. I can't say it. I don't know how I got those out. But we're going to travel down to Loggy Bottom in Bienville Parish and check out the site of, again, the oldest civilization, or traces of the oldest civilization here in the state of Louisiana.
Like a stone skipping on water, Skipper Dixon and Jeff Gerard glide, then cruise an ancient bank. The home of archaic Louisianians.
You can see the edge of the midden real clearly right there, and that dark layer that extends all the way up past that point that sticks out over there. That's all where the site was.
Now, everything above that is Oklahoma and Texas. That's topsoil washed down from the Red River and laid down in floods. So that was Louisiana. That layer right there was Louisiana surface, and they lived on the Louisiana surface.
We also had some what looked like post holes that we found here, indicating that they might have built some sort of light structures while they were here.
After all that time, you don't see evidence of any flood. Then all of a sudden, something happened. And now you see 10 feet of alluvial flood on top of that site. So the Red River floodplain came in and just sealed it like Pompeii. And that geological change is fascinating, and the answers to it are probably there. But that underneath all that clay, perfectly preserved, is all of his occupation of the first Louisianians, or at least the first ones anybody's ever found in the state.
This is a deer antler, and we have a lot of antler from the site. In fact, in some of the bottom of some of the pits, we found very large fragments of antler. And
their existence and fate seems a mystery novel. Secrets in time, but sealed within clay, waiting for discovery and exposition.
But the other burials were actually quite shallow.
The amount of material there is so substantial that means there's something unusual here. This wasn't just a casual camp.
This area coming up. It wasn't just a casual camp. They were either repeatedly occupying this place time and time again for a long period of time, or there was a significant congregation of people who came here at one time of the year, probably every year on an annual basis.
The neat things about the site is that one, it's 7,500 years old, which is that's twice as old as Poverty Point, twice as old as the Egyptian pyramids. So the age of it is just astounding. The oldest site in Louisiana where humans buried, one of the oldest sites in this part of the country. Secondly, the state of preservation is absolutely fantastic because the Red River sealed it like Pompeii, and left this in a wonderful state of preservation. So the flora and the fauna, all the plants and animals of the original Louisiana are buried in this site.
Similar to an ark, it rose above floods.
When the Indians were living here, there was a nice little rise in the floodplain. Now, the water will actually
a natural bluff on a natural plain.
That clay that.
But the waves of Loggy Bayou now threaten its memory.
And that whole little point there is about to crack off and slump into the bayou,
washing away treasures and the buried chest.
And if we don't come in and fix this site is going to end up there, and all this information is going to be gone.
In Bienville Parish at Loggy Bayou, Louis Redden reporting.